Imagine a man who looks normal, a man who smiles politely, speaks well, and seems smart, a man who helps people and studies law. He's the kind of person you wouldn't be afraid of. But what if I told you this man was one of the most dangerous serial killers in story? This is the true story of Ted Bundy, the man who fooled the world while hiding a terrifying secret. Ted Bundy was born in 1946 in Vermont, USA. From the outside, he seemed like an ordinary boy, but there was something strange about him from the start. As a child, he loved watching people suffer. He would set traps for animals and laugh as they got caught. He saw things for fun. He never understood love or kindness. As he grew older, Bundy became very good at pretending. He knew how to act like a normal person. He went to college, made friends, and even had girlfriends. Nobody could guess what was hiding behind his friendly face. But deep inside, he was a monster waiting to wake up. In 1974, young women in the city of Seattle started disappearing. One by one, they vanished. Some were last in walking home, others were taken from college campuses. They were never seen again. Police were confused. There were no clues, no evidence. The only strange thing, some people said they had seen a man with a broken arm asking women for help. He wore a sling or carried crutches. When a kind woman stopped to help him, she was never seen again. His name? He told them he was Ted. Bundy didn't just kill. He was careful. He never left fingerprints. He never used a gun. He only took women who were alone. He was also smart. He studied law and even worked at a crisis hotline, helping people in trouble. Imagine that, a killer giving advice to scared people. It's fun. His charm made him even more dangerous. He was handsome and confident. Women felt safe around him. They never suspected that behind his smile was pure evil. Ted Bundy didn't stop. After killing many women in Seattle, he moved to different states. He kept finding new victims. People started talking about the serial killer, but nobody knew who he was. One day, in 1975, Bundy made a mistake. A police officer stopped his car and found suspicious items inside: a crowbar, handcuffs, and a mask. He was arrested, but there wasn't enough proof to charge him with murder, so he only went to jail for a short time. And then he escaped. Bundy was in courthouse, waiting for trial. He asked the guards if he could go to the library upstairs. They agreed. While nobody was looking, he jumped out of a second-story window and ran into the woods. For days, he hid. The police searched everywhere, but Bundy was gone. Eventually, they caught him again and put him in high-security prison. But guess what? He escaped again. This time, he crawled through a hole in the ceiling and walked right out. He was free, and he was hungry for more blood. Bundy traveled to Florida, where he committed his most brutal attack yet. He broke into a college dormitory and attacked 4 young women in one night. Two of them died. It was one of the most horrifying crime scenes police had ever seen. But this time, Bundy was sloppy. He left behind too much evidence, and the police caught him within days. Bundy's trial in 1979 was like a movie. People couldn't believe this handsome, intelligent man was a serial killer. He was the first person in US history to defend himself in court. He argued with the judge, made jokes, and even flirted with women in the audience. But the truth was undeniable. There was too much evidence. The survivors testified against him. Bundy was found guilty of murder. The judge sentenced him to death in the electric chair. For 10 years, Bundy sat on death row. He finally admitted to killing more than 30 women, but many believe that the real number was over 100. On January 24, 1989, the day of his execution, hundreds of people gathered outside the prison. They celebrated his death. Some even sold t-shirts that say, "Burn, Bundy, burn." When he was finally executed, the world breathed a sigh of relief. The monster was gone. Even today, the story of Ted Bundy terrifies people. Why? Because he didn't look like a killer. He didn't act like a monster. He looked normal, and that is what made him so dangerous. His story teaches us one important lesson. Evil doesn't always look scary. Sometimes it looks like just everyone else.